Welcome to our channel. The topic we'll be discussing today is 3 trade packages the Lakers could offer for Kemba Walker. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and don't miss any updates. Kemba Walker is indeed one of the better point guards of this generation of NBA players. When it comes down to it, after a few seasons with the Boston Celtics, the fit simply was not there, from being a third fiddle to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, having knee injuries and a really big contract. Now, what the Celtics can do is going forward under new management with Brad Stevens and now has Kemba Walker. The Boston Celtics decided to mutually split ways and request to train this NBA offseason. To be accurate, it is confirmed by multiple sources that Kemba Walker and the boss of Celtics are agreeing to part ways this NBA offseason. Kemba Walker, just like his skill set, does not really suit well with the Boston Celtics. Though he's definitely more of a bucket-getting type of point guard, he has shown on the Charlotte Hornets for many seasons. Talking about the transfer, the Boston Celtics started the NBA offseason by trading to Oklahoma City Thunder without wasting time offloading Kemba Walker this offseason. Whereas Boston was able to win Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a future sound round pick in exchange for Walker, a 2021 first round pick, and a future second round pick. In my opinion, seeing Thunder not competing in the Western Conference, Walker and Oklahoma City were able to plan for him to trade again this summer, as it's hard to imagine what would happen, but the Los Angeles Lakers were able to show an interest in Walker's, and this will definitely prove to be beneficial. Some of you might not know this, but Kemba Walker has been hampered by injuries in recent seasons, which has diminished his play on the court. He's not being able to manage on and off the court. Don't get me wrong, he's still a solid starter for the NBA, but it's not worth more than $30 million a year. And that's a fact. I mean, who would spend a lot on a player like Kemba Walker, who spends most of the time being injured? While talking about the veteran guards, it will be difficult to move due to their expensive contracts and the pain of recent injuries. But some teams may still consider Kemba Walker a valuable piece on the roster. Moreover, the Lakers are looking for a new point guard this offseason, and Walker's will surely be available to anyone interested. Here arises the question, can Los Angeles trigger 4 All-Stars in the coming months? Although unlikely, there are several trade packages that the Lakers can put together to land Walkers from Thunder this offseason. OKC Thunder receive F. Kyle Kuzma, C. Montrezl Harrell, 2025 round 1 pick. The Lakers' goal for this offseason is to find a third option that works well with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Well, in all possibilities, Walker's contract and injury concerns will prevent Los Angeles from pursuing a deal with experienced security guards. But in this scenario where the Lakers want Walkers, Kyle Kuzma is included in most fictitious trade packages. Sounds interesting, isn't it? Speaking about Kuzma, the player has signed a 3-year extension with Los Angeles during the final offseason starting 2021 to 22. Utah Products earned $13 million annually and helped get Walker's large contracts or deals. Looking at all viewpoints, the Lakers will be able to add Montrezl Harrell this summer with a sign and trade. Sign and trade where Harrell has a player option to make the trade successful. Well, it all depends on the officials and their preferences. We all know the conditions occurred in Oklahoma City. There aren't many Oklahoma City offerings in Los Angeles like how it used to be, but getting Kuzma and Harrell isn't terrible. To me, it seems like a perfect go-to deal. However, we call how much Sam Presti loves his first-round picks. Besides, Thunder knows that Kemba Walker is not very valuable in the trade market, so they will likely accept this trade. The only concern is that Lakers aren't interested in the idea of adding a Walker first. What they are planning is all planned and stored in their head. What the decision would be would surely help the Lakers get from their best team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the team. Thunder receive G. Dennis Schroeder, C. Montrezl Harrell, and 2026 first-round pick. Kemba Walker can't trade with Thunder's first eye, which was raised on July 7th, which was traded fast and is patient and with getting a Walker. Whereas in addition to Kemba Walker, in this scenario, Los Angeles chooses to get Kemba Walker and Kenrich Williams from the Thunder. Williams plays a solid role in bringing diversity to the Lakers, as he can play a variety of roles and benefit the whole team. Whereas the Lakers, on the other hand, will have to be creative in moving Dennis Schroeder and Harrell in sign and trade. That said, it's unclear if Schroeder is happy to return to Thunder or if Oklahoma City wants him to return. Speaking facts, as long as he receives the contract he's looking for, I'm not sure if Schroeder really likes where to play next season. It can be said that Kemba Walker's deal may not be successful unless Presti adds it to its vast collection of draft topics. By that, I mean that the Lakers will throw a pick for the first round of the future to complete the deal. Resulting in the action, this can cause this off-season. But likely if Los Angeles isn't interested in keeping Schroeder and they believe that Kemba Walker could be the answer to their problem, hence there is no trade scenario. OKC Thunder receive G. Dennis Schroeder, F. Kyle Kuzma, and 2026 first-round pick. In my opinion, instead of recontracting Montrezl Harrell, the Lakers could insert Kyle Kuzma into the same contract, including Dennis Schroeder, which would possibly get him a good deal. And at the very least, Los Angeles is ready to launch a new extension next season. Yes, they're actually planning for it, so they don't have to complete a sign and trade with Kuzma. With the addition of Kuzma to the trade instead of Harrell, the Lakers were able to get a little more reward except Kemba Walker. As of now, Luggins could be a target for Los Angeles, but Oklahoma City could see him as a long-term player on the franchise. Well, he does hold that much potential, so I do agree with the Oklahoma City's thoughts. While Darius Bazley may have a similar view but is more likely to be traded than Deruto. Undoubtedly, Bazley gave the Lakers a backup behind James and Davis, and at some point a development player who could evolve into a formidable starter. Coming to the point, Kemba Walker's deal may not be accepted unless the Lakers send a first-round pick with Kuzma as part of the deal. Because this is how it goes. Again, Thunder was able to welcome Schroeder as a mentor in the offseason and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has evolved into a star player. Again, it all depends on the officials now. However, Kuzma could reach his potential as a player by replacing Bazley on the front court and expanding his role in the team. We hope Kuzma does that and fortunately gets his place. In conclusion, Kemba Walker and the Celtics will find a beneficial offering trade destination for both sides. This was all about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.